Attention passionate Detroit, LIONS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news, so here's the scoop that's got everyone talking around the league right now. The Detroit Lions are reportedly eyeing a blockbuster move that could reshape their offensive line and, in turn, elevate their entire team's prospects heading into the 2024 season. The buzz is that they're in serious talks to acquire Quentin Nelson from the Indianapolis Colts. Now I know what you're thinking. Nelson, that's a game changer, right? And you're right. This isn't just a minor upgrade. It's a move that could potentially define the Lions' season and beyond. The Colts, sitting at a 7-10 record and facing a significant cap crunch in 2025, are looking to make some tough decisions. According to sources close to the situation, Indianapolis is willing to trade Nelson in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a fourth-round pick in 2027. It's a clear indication that they're prioritizing rebuilding their roster, especially focusing on developing their young quarterback, Anthony Richardson. Nelson, who has been a cornerstone of the Colts' offensive line since he was drafted, is a bulldozer inside. He dominates defensive linemen with his strength and technique, and he's known for his explosive pull runs that open up running lanes for the backs. His profile for 2025 is impressive. He played all 17 games last season, earning an overall PFF grade of 88.5, which puts him among the top guards in the league. He's a relentless run blocker with a 90 grade in that department and a solid pass protector at 87.2. During his career, Nelson has played 115 games, maintaining a career average PFF grade of 89.0. He's a guy who rarely misses games. Aside from a brief groin injury in Week 7 of 2025, he's been remarkably durable. His ability to prevent tackles for loss, with 130 TFLs prevented, and his minimal injuries make him a dependable force on the offensive line. Now, why would the Lions be interested? Well, it's all about upgrading their interior line, which has been a weak spot over the past few seasons. Last year, Detroit allowed 48 sacks, which is a number they're eager to reduce. Improving the interior protection isn't just about keeping Jared Goff upright. It's about creating more running lanes for David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Think about it. With Nelson anchoring that line, the Lions could see a boost of roughly 950 rushing yards next season. That's a huge upgrade, especially considering how much better Gibbs could perform behind a more solid front. Plus, Nelson's presence would elevate the team's EPA per run, potentially increasing it by around 16%, similar to how Brandon Scherff boosted the Jaguars' run efficiency last season. And Goff, well, he'd benefit tremendously. Nelson's addition could give Goff an extra 2 seconds of pocket time, allowing him to make better reads and deliver more accurate throws. That's a recipe for a prolific attack, pushing the Lions' total offensive yards from around 320 to an eye-popping 360 yards per game. That kind of improvement could turn Detroit into one of the most potent offenses in the league. And it's not just about yardage. It's about efficiency and consistency, two things the Lions have been striving for. This move could also have a ripple effect on the defense. With a stronger run game and more time for Goff, the Lions could control the clock better, keeping their defense fresh and reducing the pressure on their secondary. It's a strategic move that aligns perfectly with their goal of contending for a Super Bowl. Plus, with Nelson anchoring the line, the Lions' chances of making noise in the playoffs skyrocket. His presence could boost their odds of reaching the postseason, and even improve their chances of advancing deep into the playoffs, especially in a division as competitive as the NFC North. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade could significantly impact the Lions' Super Bowl odds. Currently, Detroit's odds are around plus 9,000, which isn't great, but if they land Nelson, those numbers could plummet to around plus 3,800 or even lower. That's a massive shift, reflecting how much an elite interior lineman can influence a team's championship aspirations. The addition of Nelson would be like putting a cornerstone in the foundation of a champion's house, building something that can stand the test of time. It's a move that signals the Lions are serious about not just making the playoffs, but competing for a Super Bowl title in the near future. And let's not forget the impact on the division. The NFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. The Vikings are always lurking, the Bears are improving rapidly, and the Packers are trying to find their footing after a rough patch. If Detroit manages to strengthen its offensive line with Nelson, it could give them a significant edge over their rivals. It's about establishing dominance in the trenches, which is often the key to winning championships. Protecting Goff better means more consistent drives, fewer turnovers, and ultimately more wins. It's about making a statement. Detroit is here to stay, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to elevate their game to the next level. Of course, there are questions and uncertainties. Will the Colts be willing to part ways with Nelson? Will the Lions be able to meet Indianapolis's demands? How quickly can Nelson integrate into Detroit's system? But considering the Lions' recent moves and their aggressive approach to building a championship contender, it seems like a real possibility. They've shown they're not afraid to make bold moves when the opportunity presents itself, and this trade fits perfectly into that mold. In terms of the broader NFL landscape, the addition of a player like Nelson to the Lions could send ripples across the league. Other teams will take notice that Detroit is serious about contending. It could also spark a mini-arms race in the NFC North and the NFC in general, with teams looking to match or beat the Lions' bold moves. And for us Lions fans, it's an exciting time. We're seeing a team that's willing to invest in its future, stacking the odds in their favor and aiming for that elusive Super Bowl ring. So, in summary, this potential trade for Quentin Nelson isn't just a minor roster tweak. It's a strategic move that could redefine the Lions' offensive identity, bolster their playoff chances, and set them up for a deep postseason run. It's about building a team that can dominate in the trenches, control the clock, and impose their will on opponents. If this deal goes through, Detroit fans should be excited. We're witnessing the makings of a true powerhouse, a team transforming into a championship-caliber squad with one of the best guards in the league anchoring their line. It's a move that could elevate the Lions from good to great and push them closer to that Super Bowl dream we all share. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think acquiring Quentin Nelson is the move that takes Detroit over the top? Are you excited about the potential upgrade on the offensive line? Or do you think the Lions should focus on other positions first? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion truly matters to us and to the Lions. We're all in this together, dreaming of that Super Bowl victory and celebrating every step that gets us closer. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Detroit Lions news. Let's keep that passion burning and keep believing. The best is yet to come for our Lions.